come in with an open mind and with an expectancy of changing.
Good evening. Welcome to Shifting My Life podcast, where you are coming to this room, coming to this podcast, looking for a shift, possibly about the stories that are being told and shared in this room. Uh, I pray that it be able to touch somebody in your home or family or friend. And so that's what this is about. This is about allowing everybody to come in and share their stories and possibly just tell about their story and shift the atmosphere in your life, shift the atmosphere in your home. And so today we have Clarence Robinson with us. He's going to be sharing his story with us. And of course, I believe in sharing stories, but I always tell people don't share my story. Let me tell it. I can tell it better than anybody because it's my life. And so Clarence, I want you to share and I want you to start wherever you want to start at. You know, you can start from the beginning, you can start from childhood, you can start from wherever you want to. Just kind of share about, where you are right now in your life and wrap it up with that about where you are right now in your life. But where did it all start? And Clarence say his name, they call him Flav in the street, but we can talk about that on the next episode.
I guess all mine started, in the park, you know what I'm saying, 37th Street, you know what I mean? And we had our only playground right there on 38th Street, and family staying on 38, I'm right here on 37, grandmother right here. So it basically all started, me, growing up in the park and Eden Park community, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
And so basically you sold drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so as so many children start selling drugs, and I understand the dynamics of that because it's a loss in the family. It's a separation in the family. It's economics, and so I want to live good. I see somebody else living good. I want my family to live good, and so of course we start selling drugs. And we also know that it's the design of how they want us to live. Okay, so how did you get started in that?
For me, basically, it wasn't because of, I didn't have it because,
you came from a
yeah,
family.
my mama had, that's right. My mom worked in the plant. You know what I'm saying? What we was doing right now, she was all in the local, you know what I'm saying?
What
My mom rode a school bus with a hard hat on, pulled right up on 38, drop them off. You know what I mean? From the Union on Government Street and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So my mom worked like 20 years in the plant.
Wow, and so what made you start then?
We just, up and down the streets, like I say, riding my bike, walking, from Kane Street, you know what I mean, from 38 and Kane to 38 and Jonah, you know what I'm saying, it always was something going on, on 38th Street,
Yes.
Yes.
So I grew up in Baton Rouge, so I do know about 38th Street.
So,
yes.
you know what I mean, they had all, had all the fly cars, you know what I'm saying, the drugs, everything was going on out there, and I guess that's what really fascinated me. And then it was just looking at some of the guys out there, though, that had respect.
Okay.
It really wasn't about the money or the fact that it was, it was about the respect.
Okay.
And that's what I had. I don't know. There's something about I want that respect.
You wanted that respect. Yeah. Did you grow up with your father?
Yeah, I had my father. He my father wound up going there and gold and stuff. But I didn't have my father. I knew my father. My mom took us to the prison to see my father.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing she always did. You know what I mean? And then, unfortunately, it wasn't never another man in our household.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But my big brother.
I asked you that because it's so many young men growing up without their fathers. Right. And so I question that. Is that the reason why our young children are turning to the street? I know that you say it's the respect, but when we have to look at the root of situations, you understand what I'm saying? Was it something that you feel like, okay, well, I'm the man in this house now because my father's not here? Are you the oldest or
no,
what?
So I had an older brother, like 9 years older.
Okay. So, and what was he doing?
At that time, my oldest brother, now he went to the military.
Okay.
He graduated from Carolyn High, he went to the military. So, like, for real, what he did say something to me is like, hey, now you as the man, now you gotta take care of mom.
See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times that's what happens. The man, the one that's left home feels like, okay, well, even though your mom had it,
that's right.
You still wanted to be the man of the house and to protect your mom and protect everybody else in the house. And so a lot of times the respect part coming in, because I find too that a lot of our young black men don't have respect.
Right.
Don't know nothing about respect. Don't receive the respect. And so you find whatever avenue it is that you know, like put some respect on it. That's what they say. You know, put some respect on my name. And so you became well known. You became large in Baton Rouge. And so how, you know, I know you have some regrets. I know you do because you're in church now.
Yeah, but
is it regrets or do you? I'm just saying. Tell me how you feel about that because I don't want to say regrets because I don't regret anything that I went through in my life.
I don't regret
because it got me to where I am today.
Right.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because I can't go back and change.
That's
anything.
right. That's
you know,
right.
It's like a mistake. I didn't make no mistake. I knew what I was doing, so I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned to accept when I accepted God in my life
Mm-hmm.
to where I'm at now is that I know those things I get to correct now, them bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? He give us, you know, the mindset, and he give us all our own choices. It's your choice.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
So we just can't say that I grew up on 38th Street and my mama was in the street or my dad was in prison, so that made me go to the street. See, that's not true.
And see, that's what I won't
You know,
share
because we got
that's
our
what
own
our young
choice.
men gonna need
You know
to
what I'm
hear.
saying? That's right. And you have a choice. And there's people out there that will help you. You know, fulfill that goal and clear that choice up that you're choosing to make.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because this guys around me, they went to school. My brother graduated from school, went to the military.
Yes. At that time, did you feel like anybody? Did you have anybody? At that time, did you feel like you had anybody?
Yeah, because like I say, you know, my little family, we, you know, like my grandmother, everybody at my grandmother's house, the door always open. You know what I mean? It always was a lot of love. And that even on the, you know, like dudes say, well, I went to the block to get the love. Now, well, you know, that's true in a lot of senses.
Right.
Because I got a lot of love in the neighborhood.
Right.
From the older guys.
Which is what used to happen.
Yeah, so, but it still was my choice. Everything that I did, I made that choice.
Right.
I'm not going to say the streets caused me to do this here, where I come from caused me, you know, my family and poverty. No. Because there's a lot of us come out of poverty.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So if you want to do good, you're going to do good. But then we say, well, I ain't had nobody to show me. But I can say today, it could be there, but not in my generation.
Yeah.
I'm 57 years old.
Yes.
Somebody on that block gonna help you.
Yes.
So show you. Because you're gonna win everybody out. All of those.
And because you're right, because the generations had it.
That bus though, Jimmy Swagger came in the neighborhood.
That's right.
On buses down
That's
here.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I look at the kids today, they done took those things away that we had.
Yes.
So some of them don't have choices though.
No, they don't.
Some of them don't.
But they still got grandmothers.
That's all
like
I'm saying.
me. They still got grandmothers,
They got
grandmothers
grandfathers
and
A
grandfathers.
beautiful thing though.
You know, that are praying for them and there for them, but the hearing. Tell me about that. Because they act like they don't hear. You know, it's like they don't hear. Did you not hear? Because I know your mom probably got on you when you got to a certain point. I know she probably did, or your grandmother, or somebody in the family say something. Well, look, Clarence, you need to stop this.
I heard them, but I was this.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I want you to share about.
Yeah, so.
Because these children of today are not listening.
But you know, my grandmother ain't had that experience. You know what I mean? My grandfather didn't have that experience. My mother didn't have that experience. They even never had traffic tickets in their life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they ain't had that really, we're not going to say street, but we're going to say that experience of going to prison for the rest of your life. So I had life in 40 years.
Wow,
you know?
And you're here?
And I'm here. You know, all praise and glory due to God.
Yes.
I did 27 and a half years. You know, but see, a lot of those little kids, you know, and them youngsters that they think they gangsters or they steppers, that, you know, or I see them lose their manhood in prison. It's a whole different thing.
Yes.
You know, and because you got to know how to be a real gladiator with that knife and fight. You know, he gets stabbed, it's all out war.
Right.
You know, to be a man and you call yourself all these other people, they don't understand the outcome of what we do, the consequences.
It's like they don't care. It's like they don't care if they go to jail. It's like they don't fear jail. They don't fear God. They don't fear their parents.
That's not true, okay? That's not true. That's the way. That's what they want.
That's
why. Let me tell you why they kill. Because that's as soon as one get caught, how many more get caught behind? They go to tell him.
That's right.
So he killed.
And so I say that, but I do believe that that these children care. I believe that they're lacking the love, they're lacking the support, they're lacking
the understanding.
Somebody understanding them.
That's what
and somebody taking the time to just understand them. You know, I was at a meeting a couple weeks ago and And I told them, I said, I sold my house, moved to Walker when my son got killed. And I say, now God told me it's time to go back home. Now you've healed, it's time to go back home now, do some work. So my house will be the house. And I've been praying for my neighborhood. I grew up right around the corner from where, what's his name got killed? What's the guy named at the T, right there on Foster and Fairfield? He got killed selling the Alton Sterling. I stay on Madison. So I've been praying for that neighborhood because that's where I grew up. It hurts my heart to see our young black men addicted to drugs. But see, my house will be that house where they can come get a hot meal.
That's right.
You understand? Because my house will be the house that if I see you walking down the street high, that I will take that time to tell you that I love you or that God loves you, because they're not hearing it. And you know, we used to have the ladies in the neighborhood, and I know you had people in your neighborhood that raised you.
That's right.
Besides the guys in the streets. If you did something, your mama knew about it when she got home on that bus, didn't she? And so I feel like that's what we got to get back to. In order to reach our children, we got to listen to them. Listen, not be so much to judge them and fuss at them. And we have to listen to them, because my parents listened to me. Even though I wasn't the type of young lady that was out in the streets, I still did my stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But my young black men is what I'm concerned about. And so that's why we're doing this broadcast today. I thank Clarence so much for taking the time to come in and just be here, be a part of this today, and share his part of it, you know, because this going all over the world. And so this going to be on YouTube, and so I want it to be shared. And I just want you to be comfortable in being able to share what you're sharing, because I know that if you wasn't, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be present right here. And so this is going to wrap up the first part of the episode with Clarence Robinson. You guys make sure that you tune back in to Shifting My Life podcast. This is an interesting episode here, and I want this to be shared in your household. So gather your children and your family and come back for the second half.
You know, yeah, to be like Miss Cal said, it's gonna be, to be a continue. I got a book, I'm finna draft The Life Story of a Baton Rouge Jew.
Good,
The written third age free baby, and I'm telling you from the beginning to the end, to who I was then, and to who I'm not all the way I am, but who I'm trying to become.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's a
shift.
It's a shift.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
From this side to this side.
Yes.
And you've been over here so long, 40 years in the game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So now I'm over here, and then you got to, not only do you have yourself to fight against, you have so many others that we fight against.
I understand.
But see, I'm here for them kids though, that next generation though, anybody, any parent, if you lost a child, I done lost a child. So I know how you feel. You know what I mean? If you got kids that's in them streets and you need someone that you think can reach out and talk to, hey, give me a shot. You know what I mean? Look, I ain't charging you for nothing.
He don't know. He done hooked up with the right person, because I'm going to call you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
going to call you for my grandchildren, for everybody else's grandchildren. I think that's awesome, because I think that God allows us to go through what we go through to serve a purpose. And your purpose is now to share your story. So that somebody, if you can just reach one, and he go back and tell his friends, then it's a rippling effect. And
you know how everything goes in circles?
Yes.
And it's so crazy, because everything them kids, majority they doing, or they think they want to do, I did it.
You did.
Like they ride around on the clean cars, they Fords and dating for fact. I did all that.
Yes.
30 cars, everything with dating Vogues. You call yourself a step, I did that. You know, the dope game, I did that. But that lost me.
Yes.
See, I got lost mentally.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm still struggling to get back.
Yes.
And that's what I don't want for them. Because once the people grab a hold to you, look what the man say. I was the first. I'm locking you up right here in the state, and I'm not giving you no good time.
No good
I'm not giving you no parole, no nothing.
And that's what we're gonna talk about on the next episode.
We gotta talk
about it. Good evening. Thank you for coming back and joining us for the second episode of with Clarence Robinson. He is full of knowledge. He is full of knowledge, and I'm just so grateful, because a lot of times that, you know, people are standoffish and don't want to tell their stories, especially to people that seem different or don't maybe understand. I'm a minister now, but I've been married to drug dealers. You understand? I've lived that life. And so when I share with young ladies, they like, Miss Carolyn, you did that. I say, baby, chances are the things that you did and been through and gone through, I done went through that. But, you know, through it all, I knew that God protected me. Wasn't in it so deep to where as you did, but I was married in it. You understand? So Clarence is going to touch on this evening. He's going to talk about, we got some new laws that coming up here in Louisiana that we're not too pleased about with our young black men. And it's not just the young black men, it's the young black women as well. It's just not well. Clarence was sharing about, I think it's in August, right? That's going to go into effect. August the 1st, that's going to go into effect. That if you go into jail, it's no more parole time. It's no more good time. It's no more probation.
If you get 10 years, you're going to do 10 years.
You're going to do 10 years.
Yeah.
And so my concern with that is, like you say, when they go into jail now, 17-year-olds can go there and go.
They going.
So my concern is if you got a 30, like a person that's doing 30 years in there, just got sentenced, and know that he's not going to get any good time. What is going to stop him from hurting a 17-year-old, hurting an 18-year-old, hurting a 20-year-old that's not as mature as he is in mind? Because you got to know that these children are 17, trying to act like they men, but they're not really men. They're children in mind. And so that thought frightens me.
Okay, but now let's look at this here again. What color is that individual you speaking of in your head?
Black.
Who gonna be filling the prisons up?
Black.
All right. So that's the whole catch.
I know.
We're gonna remove them off the streets.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
the white man, which really is making these switches and giving them to
Right.
the fools out there in the street.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but then you got the legitimate people, the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that I want y'all to understand what I'm finna tell y'all. For the real ones out there want to call everybody a rat and a snitch and don't know what you're talking. But for the real citizens,
I want you to speak to the camera and tell them.
yeah,
Yes.
for the real citizens that see you, dummy, pull up and shoot them people in that car. They call them people and tell them on you. Oh, see, that's no snitch. That's a citizen. Because you just did something real stupid. And then you with these switches and you hitting all these innocent people, these kids, and these innocent people though. And you don't think nobody gonna tell on you. Then soon you get caught, you go to telling on people.
Right.
But these laws are set up.
They set up.
Then they looking at the guns. When they look
Yes.
what they said, 18 years old you can get a gun. Now watch this now.
And July.
Now watch
It goes
this.
into effect.
Majority of the 18-year-old that we have as African Americans, Negroes, whatever y'all want to call yourself, you know what I mean? You're an athlete. You're in school.
That's right.
So now you want to be like the rapper, young boy.
Right. That's
and
right.
now you want to, because you legal, you want to go get you a gun.
Yes.
Now it's 3 or 4 you lit good boys. LSU, Southern, you know what I mean, Grambling,
Southeastern.
Yes. Good boy.
Good boy.
But you got guns because the man that's told you can have this.
Set up.
Soon when you see these other little boys, now y'all beefing, now you want to be like the
Yes.
ones in the street, you the shot.
Quick.
They killed another good boy and another good boy going down.
It's a setup.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
Now for the
a
little
setup.
white boy now, the good white boy that can get this gun that you ain't gonna be able to see.
Right.
So when the ones that with their pants and sag and run up on him, he pull his gun out and kill you, they'll come back with the self-defense law.
That's right. That's
You see
right.
what I'm saying?
I do understand. I understand the significance of these changes that and parents, this is what I want you to do.
Please.
You need to understand. You need to talk about this. I learned about this at that meeting a week ago, and I instantly called my grandson and told him, "You're so eager about getting these guns, but let me tell you what's gonna happen," because they don't know. They don't know about these laws. Parents, if you don't know, I encourage you. I will put as the websites and things on this particular broadcast so that you could find out about it. But Clarence knows about it, so you need to know about it. I know about it. You need to know about it with your children. Your children can buy guns, and this is not talking about regular guns. We talking about what them guns called, them big old guns.
Machine guns, assault rifle.
Assault rifle.
And you know where else it started at too, man? Because we go to the parents, it's more definitely in the household. But you know where it started though?
Where?
Miss Broom,
Yes.
Miss Marcel, Denise, and all the rest of them politicians.
Mm-hmm.
They keep on 90. That's like they sit at each other.
Yes.
For what?
Yes, we got to come together.
For what?
We got to come together. I
You see what I'm saying? And then you got everybody splitting up. Well, I ain't gonna vote for nobody then. That's why whatever the name is in the seat right now.
That's right. That's so true.
That's
because
why he in the seat
not
right
go
now.
out and vote. You got to go out and vote. You always feel like your voice does not matter, but it does matter. You have to go out and vote. You know, it matters because if you want to save your children and their children, and I don't know about you, but I have a voice and I'm using my voice to speak up. And I thank you so much for coming. You know, just to be a part of my podcast, and I have a nonprofit organization, so I will be calling you to speak to these young men, the women too. I keep saying young men, but it's the girls too. They just as bad as the boys now. So, you know, we want to educate because the Bible says that we will perish, right? For lack of knowledge. And so y'all gotta come out these clubs. Y'all gotta come out these clubs. Y'all gotta stop smoking that weed. Y'all gotta educate your children. I'm not telling you not to enjoy life. And as a minister, I'm not judging because I've been there. But one thing I do know that I still was on my son. I was on my son just like I'm on my grandson right now. But we all know that ultimately it's in his plan. It's in his plan. But you as the parent got to do your part. You got to do your part. You got to learn about these laws. You got to educate your children and take the time. I'm not telling you not to enjoy your life, but you got to get your children. It is time for the parents to rise up. It is time for you to be parents again. It is time for you to stop being afraid of the children in the neighborhood and what they're doing.
Or their own children. They're afraid of their own children.
Yes.
Yes. They're afraid of their own children. But again, it's these laws that you're going to tell me that I can't discipline mine.
Yes.
See, I'm going to discipline my grandkids.
Yes.
Then they're going to tell me how to raise my grandkids. I don't want mine to go to the penitentiary like I did.
Because we can't discipline them, but they going to discipline them. Soon as they get them in there.
I'm going to discipline mine.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? My kids, you can step aside. Anything going to call the police, call them on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put them in their right perspective. But so all this get in the corner, Tommy, time out,
yes.
Ain't no way.
We wasn't raised like that.
We wasn't raised like that.
The neighborhood raised us.
You see what I'm saying?
And then the parents came home. And then sometimes you ended up getting three. If you had a man in the household, you got whipped by the neighbor, the mama, and then the daddy.
But then they're going to tell you, they law set up to tell you as a parent that don't discipline your child. But your child get this gun and come in this house, and then somebody accidentally get shot in the house. Now they're going to come lock you up.
That's right.
Because you're going to say you shouldn't allow that child to have a gun. But you just told me I can't do nothing.
That's right. That's right.
What you want me to just call the police, call y'all and tell y'all, hey, come get my child because he got a gun out there. Y'all just going to take him in prison? And this is what it's going to lead to?
You better learn your laws. You better learn your rights.
You better learn.
And you better take control of your household.
Please take control.
My children can come in my house and tell me don't come in their room. I ain't knocking on nothing. I'll take the whole door down.
And you pay the bill.
I'm going to search the book stack. I'm going to search everything. Y'all need to know these social medias. I got a grandson. I'll be on him every day about this social media. Take this down. Don't put that up there. Those people are watching you. And tell them about that. Can you share that they are watching the social media?
Listen, and I know these guys, they got to know this here. These little girls, they getting on TikTok, like you say, getting all undressed and, you know, come on now. The whole world looking at you. These people, look, then you got these type of perverted people looking at you, you know, and then the parents, y'all right there only, I'm looking at parents only with them.
Yes.
Everybody, come on now, stop.
Yes, it's gotta stop.
Stop. It got to stop with y'all though. And then let's assume when the child do something and get killed in the street, they running out here hollering, oh, my child ain't dead, man. Please, you know.
Yes, y'all gotta identify. You know your children. Just like when my son got in trouble, just like when my son died. One thing I told people, I know my child. I know him. I know what he's gonna do, what he's not gonna do. Some of the things that he was doing, I didn't agree with it, and I told him I didn't agree with it.
But you know something else, Miss Carolyn, I cutting y'all. I need to let them know this because there's a gang of them who do what they hollering right now. What they say. Oh, but I ain't got nobody to do nothing with him. I need help on the hey, all right. Call me in. I talk to him for you. Call
you
me.
heard him. He say, call
you ain't got no man in the house. I'm gonna be the man in the house. Call me. Give me a little time with him. Come on now.
I thank you so much, Clarence, for taking the time to come.
Oh,
and so we try and shift this atmosphere in here a little bit. So I want you to share with me something that nobody knows about you that's funny, something that you possibly want to share that nobody knows about you, Clarence. We try and shift the atmosphere here because it's been tight up here, but it's been right.
But now I know other people might do this too though. But I like to take a honey bun and put it in a bowl of oatmeal, hot oatmeal. Ooh, with some peanut butter in it. Ooh, I know that was just saying, but it's so good. Take some oatmeal. And it's the best thing for real though, it's the fruit flavor oatmeal. Them strawberries or them peaches and cream, but the strawberries and cream. And you put that honey bun, you put the peanut butter in it, and you mix it in the oatmeal after they heat it up. You heat up, then you put that honey bun in, you put it in the microwave and then it heat up a little bit more and put it out there. Ooh.
Oh, is that something you learned from jail or is that before you went to jail?
You bust me to jail. Man, it's up jail, but boy, it's so good. And listen, the cool part about it, you ain't gonna gain no weight with it.
It's all healthy.
It's all serious. You ain't gonna gain no weight with it. Yes, man. That's all secret.
I thank you so much.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me.
And I will be calling you. I promise you, I will. I will be calling you.
Oh God, I'm here for you.
And I'll be praying for you because I do know that it's hard. But I want you to continue on this road that you're on. And guess what? Your past has been forgiven.
That's right.
It's been forgiven.
That's why I'm here today.
That's right.
He showed me that. And I promise don't walk in his path, man.
That's right.
I can listen. It was for his work. I'm that gangster.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Gangster for the Lord.
Another thing, G Flavor. That's my name. I want them. Someone let them know.
Yeah, we gotta let y'all tell right quick about that, about why they call him that.
See, they called me that. Okay, you start off with Flavor because I used to suck my thumb. And one of my cousins, man, my homie, my big man, Tucker, rest in peace. He used to always tease me about that. And Buster started telling. Yeah, you know Tucker and Buster started talking, man. And they got flavor in his finger. Keep his finger in his mouth. But then, then it came like G Flav, the guys in the Fed, because it was that for gangster, you know what I mean? Because me being a gangster, and then back went to California while I was gang banging, was a Crip, H-Trade Gangster Crip. So it became, Gangster Flav. But now, that G Flav is stands for God, favor, love, and victory.
Yes.
Yes. Because the reason I'm here today, sitting here with Miss Carol, is because of God.
Because of God.
Only God.
It's only Him. How many years? Tell them right quick.
27 and a half. When I had life in 40 years, and I did do the most. You know what I mean? I ain't here saying that I was no innocent man. No, sir. But I never raped nobody. I never molested nobody. I never did no kids, no old people. But I was in them streets.
That's right. And like I said, that's been forgiven.
That's right.
So you're doing something now for God. You're a gangster for God.
That's
so
right.
that's all that matters.
That's right. When you call, that's why I came running.
Let me tell you, it's an opportunity that God has allowed you to be here. That's what I tell everybody about me and where I am right now in my life. The tears that I shed are because I'm grateful that He allowed me to be here, present today, to be who I am in the midst of all that we've been through. It's a full circle.
That's right.
You understand? Thank you so much for this episode. Thank you so much. It probably will be more because he has a lot more to say, so I'm sure we will be interviewing him again. But please, thank you so much for tuning in to Shifting My Life podcast. Make sure you guys share this, and don't forget his book. It will be out this year.
Soon. Yes, ma'am. Yes. It'll be out real soon.
Real soon. Make sure you look out for it.
GFlave38@gmail.com. You know what I mean? Clowns Robertson Facebook. Like I say, GFlave38 Instagram. Look me up. You know what I mean? You need me, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Get with Miss Cal. Hook me up. I'm here for you. You know what I mean? On God.
On God. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Yes, sir.